I was 16 years old and headed to my first hit as a professional. This was a monumental occasion in every wise guy's life.
Hey, Jimmy, listen. Grab me a hoagie after you blow the guy's brains out.
I'm gonna off the guy and then order food. Are you nuts?
Kid, if you're gonna make it in the Gambini family, you gotta learn how to multitask. Multitask.
Oh, yeah? Well, you left the car in gear.
Well, you were distracting me with your stupid lunch order.
I didn't know Cookie then, and I also didn't want to have to wax such a cute witness. So I figured I'd come back later. I was about to order Cheech's hoagie when, holy balls! You should have seen it. Oh, right, you can't. Look at the poise, the dignity, the choice of wound placement. Frankly, it was inspiring. I never forgot that stabby redhead. Ow. Here's your f***ing sandwich.
You're gonna be in a lot of trouble for screwing that up. You didn't fire one single shot. Onions! Did I ask for onions?
There were no other witnesses, so I still got credit for the hit. What was I gonna tell them what really happened? It'd be me in the deep fryer next. You should have seen the egg on Cheech's face when the Don gave me a bonus for killing the guy several different ways. Also known as multitasking. I had no idea there was a Peruvian mafia. Hell, I didn't know Peruvia even existed until an hour ago.
Peru, and they're a fine country. But their mob clearly found out about you. Must be some sort of extradition treaty with the New York families. I suspect this ride ends with them handing us over to your former mafia mates.
No one says mafia mates, McCool. You sound like a fancy college boy.
I am a fancy college boy.
Police Fundamentals 101 hardly counts as college, smart guy.
They won't stop until we're dead. Perhaps if we disguise ourselves.
How the hell did you do that?
Pure will, Jimmy. I willed myself to grow a beard.
Ow!
Nice try, Jimbo, but I can do it. Watch. Oh, no. I pooped out my liver again. Don't worry. I can get it back in with some olive oil and a long shoehorn.
Gina,
Good
no!
job, kid!
Hey.
I saw these gabones grab you, so I followed them, shot out the tire, you're welcome, and then, found them with their heads not connected to their, bodies.
Followed us how?
In your car? Petey's crouching in the footwell to operate the pedals.
Why didn't you let him drive?
The way he drives, you'd be charred corpses by the time we rolled up.
Gina, not to be macabre, but I counted 4 goons. But only 3, severed heads.
I let one of them live, as long as he promised to with Cheech.
Say what now? Oh!
For Canada, where we never leave the elderly behind, unless they're cranky and uncooperative.
Want to get some pancakes?
Oh, yes. Back in the old country, my grandpops Giuseppe was the capo of a small but up-and-coming crime family. Problem was, the local carabinieri had ears everywhere. Primo Mazza was famous on account of his crime-busting auditory organ. So whacking the guy was out of the question. It would have pissed off the Pope or something. Plus, for a killer like Grandpops, way too easy. Once he got out of the joint, old Giuseppe did what any self-respecting gangster would do. He snapped into action and sent a telegram. To an associate in the Japanese mob to teach his crew the shadow art of infiltration, which is fancy talk for sneaking real quiet. They took the ninja training like ducks to... whatever it is ducks like. I don't know, bread? But it was all for nothing. No matter how quiet they were, and believe me, they were quiet. 7 fingers worth to be exact. Mazza could still hear him. But then, a funny thing happened. By funny, I mean pathetic. Turned out Primo Mazza was only such a dedicated cop because he was a virgin. He actually hated police work, but there was nothing else he was good at. With them big elephant ears, no broad ever took him seriously. So he asked Don Giuseppe for help. And cried like a little bitch while he did it. Grandpops brought back their friend to give Mazza a quick and dirty ear reduction, samurai style. It was a bloodbath. Grandpops needed a better solution, so he did what any self-respecting good fellow would do. He corrupted a cop. After that, Mazza lost interest in police work altogether and wound up taking a full-time job as a janitor at a cat house. You know, a tit-for-tit kind of thing. And Grandpops got back to business. Okay, long story short. Cheech plowed my SUV through the front of a liquor store, and I had to bribe the owner not to call the cops. You know, typical Sunday night. To make ends meet, me and Cheech got jobs as hotshot garbage men, who smelled like hot shit. Sanitation engineering, the real kind, not the mob kind, was backbreaking work. You gonna help or what? How you doing?
Look at this thing. Who would throw this out? Just a lick of paint, you got yourself an 8-track player. Good as new.
Before long, our house looked like an episode of Hoarders.
I'm gonna sell these high-tech treasures to suckers on the internet. Just like Jeff Bezos.
Make it quick, Amazon Pasture Prime. Your junk is stinking up the joint.
Still, but I wash my junk in the bird bath. Oh, you mean this stuff?
What did you guys, rob the Goodwill store like a couple of junkies? Maron, is that a head? Pop, I gotta say, it's good to see you back making moves on the street. What'd the guy do? Try to be a hero?
Good news! I brought moose jerky for every... David Cronenberg's signature body horror. Is that a human head? Apologies, Jimmy, but this is standard procedure when human remains are found on someone's premises. My hands are tied.
So are mine, you hot-on.
False alarm, it's merely a manqué of a head. You know, a dummy.
Dummy, huh? So you knew the guy?
And you just figured we chopped this dumb head off and stuck it in a microwave?
Yeah, we don't do that no more. Cookie gets mad about the mess.
Oh, Jesus! I can't off of the furry little God, ow, ow!
Did you hear me and Jimmy got jobs? We had to pay off a bribe, so...
Huh?
What I meant was...
Furry little...
Montreal smoked meat! Did Cheech leave a window open again?
Worse! Al Capone's back! He wants to yank out my intestines and choke me with them. I've seen it done, by me. It was horrible.
Surely 6 months of bi-weekly testicular electrocutions in the mental hospital disabused you of your insane Al Capone obsession.
Eh. All shocking my nuts did was give me a sack so shiny Cookie could see a face in it. But I'm telling you, Capone's back like the plague. And my own pops was the outbreak monkey. It was love at first sight. Mainly because they're both low-down dirty crooks. It was kind of adorable. And I told him so, which was a huge mistake. Al took it to mean I thought he was a bad person, which in fairness, he totally is. He didn't see it that way. Capone wouldn't stop until he slaughtered me and most of my immediate family. Except maybe Gina, she can handle herself. So me and Cheech found the guy who turned Capone into a meatsicle the first time around. The man was over 100 years old.
Hey, me too. High five. Whoa, sorry, paisan. Ah!
So you froze your family?
With everyone safely on ice, Capone's got no way of getting to him. Pretty smart, huh?
Why didn't you simply lure Capone somewhere and freeze him?
'Cause the freezing process is very, molecules and Bunsen burner electrons and stuff. Also, that never occurred to me.
Then there's only one other solution to this problem, Jimmy.
No!
You're safe now, Jimmy. A nurse will soon be along to repeatedly shock your gonads back to sanity.
How the f*** is this for mental health?
Fear not, Canada has your back. Or in this case, your nether regions. For Canada, where mental health matters, as long as you can afford treatment.
You can't kill me, Mr. Capone. You're married to and banging my father. It practically makes me family. Also literally. But you're still gonna zap me in the meatballs, ain't you? You're probably asking yourself, why are two good fellas freezing their asses off ice fishing when they could be home watching football? The reason, of course, is our old friend gambling. Sports betting is illegal in Canada unless the government's the bookie, so we set up shop far away from prying Macaulay eyes.
What a bunch of turncoats these Reginios are. They're betting on Toronto to win.
Who cares? What are we, fans? Act like a bookie and take the damn bets.
Thanks, Jimmy. I needed that. We're gonna fix the game, though, right?
Not in front of the suckers. Customers. I meant customers. Ah! It was like taking candy from a baby, which I've done. So easy. They don't put up any kind of fight.
Between you and me, this is way more fun than ice fisting. Ain't that right, Edgar?
We should quit while we're ahead, but it'd be a shame not to do it again. And again. And again.
So only 3 more times? Come on. Where's your ambition, Jimbo?
You're sending a very confusing message here, Cheech.
Hey, I got a compulsion to innovate. It's just who I am. Now, if you don't mind.
We took a bath on that last one, Mr. Innovation, but we're still in good shape.
Good shape. I got 3 pins in my spine and a catheter up my jablon. You want to get some lunch?
How you doing? There's no city in Canada that loves football as much as Regina, so scratch me one. Even in minus 30 weather, we showed up for the Rough Riders. But then, tragedy struck me in the face. Right after the game, Cheech and me went to convince Premier O'Shea to stop our beloved Rough Riders from moving to Winterpeg. Looked like a lot of people had the same idea. Perhaps it was team spirit, or maybe the 8 beers I had at the game. But things got out of hand fast. We wanted to do it January 6th, but instead we did a Occupy Wall Street, because it was Sunday, and the joint was empty.
Why are we the only ones in here?
Turns out the other protest was a peaceful one against the 0.2% raise in wheat tariffs. They all ran like scared rabbits when me and Cheech busted in. Let's get the hell out of here. Even worse! Turns out the Rough Riders in the headline were a trick riding show by at-risk youth. So me protesting them was not exactly a good look. We would have got away with it too, but I left a big steaming pile of DNA evidence right on O'Shea's desk. McCool had to pull a lot of strings to keep us out of the media. How many? Forget about it. It all started when the new Cuban ambassador came to Regina. If he looks familiar, it's because he's one of Cheech's many, many illegitimate Cuban kids.
You know, if that handsome son of a gun recognizes me, McCool will move us back to the Arctic. I can't pee in an igloo again. It freezes before it comes out. Gotta get rid of this guy. Whoop!
How is that potato face handsome?
Back off, Jimbo. You'll thank me when we're not choking down whale blubber for dinner.
Don't do it, Cheech! You're gonna f everything up for us!
When have I ever up anything for you? Nobody loves vagina like I do. And I ain't giving it up to some Cuban dreamboat. Even if he is my flesh and blood. Half my flesh and blood. The other half's definitely Havana hooker. You can tell by his beady little eyes.
He's got your eyes! I didn't want it to come to this, but I better call an adult. Son of a bitch! How does he do that?
Our only chance is to extract Cheech with surgical precision.
Let's jump some janitors and steal their clothes.
What? No, that's...
Too late!
Sorry, sirs, but this here antiquity is being repatriated to the United Kingdom of England.
What are you doing, you idiot? You're trying to whack my Cuban Bambino.
Like you weren't!
I'm trying to scare him with Regina winters so he goes back to Havana. Quiet, son. Papa's talking.
The irony here is the man's about to be sent back to Cuba. Apparently, all he does is binge drink, abuse drugs, and chase women.
That's what you get being raised with no father. If I ever get my hands on the son of a bitch who abandoned this Adonis, I'll... Ugh, his ears are bleeding. Let's get the out of here.
How you doing? Word on the street is you want to get made. Well, the best ways are to subscribe to the Fugget About It channel, boost your status by grabbing a shirt made from the finest mass-produced fibers, or just blow some money on a super thanks. Then we can start paying our interns. Our intern is Petey.